Hello students, how are you all? This is a third lecture of class 10 science chapter number 1, that is chemical reaction and equation. In the previous two lectures we have learnt about the physical change, the chemical change. We have learnt about the each and every chemical change involves a chemical reaction, and chemical reaction can be easily interpreted in the form of a chemical equation. We have also learnt about the balancing of a chemical equation, why we need to balance a chemical equation and etc. points in it. Now today we are going to learn about the different types of chemical reaction. Today we are going to learn about types of chemical reactions. So the first type is combination reaction. Combination reaction. Note it down the definition of the combination reaction. Write it down the definition of the combination reaction. The reaction in which two or more than two reactants combine and form a single product. The reaction in which two or more than two reactants combine and form a single product. What do we mean by a reaction? It can be easily represented in the form of equation. Equation has arrow in between. On the left sides are the reactants, on the right side are the products. If there are more than two or more than two, suppose there are two reactants or more than two reactants, 3, 4, 5 or 2, and there is only and only single product, there is no more than one product, there are two or more than two reactants but a single product, then it is known as combination reaction. If there are two or more than two reactants but a single product, then it is known as combination reaction. Getting it? Example. Let us take the example which will make us clear about the combination reaction. For example, carbon in presence of oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. Second example, magnesium in presence of oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. Third, hydrogen when reacts with oxygen, it forms H2O. Calcium oxide when reacts with water, it forms calcium hydroxide. Clear? These are the examples of the combination reaction. Let us see here what the difference is. Here carbon and oxygen, carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms CO2. When magnesium reacts with oxygen, O2, it forms MgO, not MgO2. If you are writing CO2 similar to MgO2, then it will be totally wrong. Why? Because the chemical formulas are written on the basis of the valencies of the atoms and ions. Clear? So magnesium has a valency of 2, oxygen has a valency of 2, to cut MgO, magnesium oxide. If you don't know how to write the chemical formula, why here it is CO2, here it is MgO, here it is H2O. All of them are reacting with oxygen, but the chemical formulas of all the three compounds are different. Why? Then as per given in lecture number 1 introduction, you can message me on this number or you can call me so that I can provide you a video by which you can learn how to write a chemical formula. 9426203911 96625195992. These are the two numbers available 24/7. You can call me any time if you don't know how to write a chemical formula. Clear? Now again back to the chapter, combination reaction. What do we mean by reaction of carbon and oxygen? See, in all of the compounds there are two reactants but a single product. Product is not more than 1, 2. That is not more than 1. So that is a combination reaction. Reactants can be as many as possible, but the product should be a single product, not more than one product. that is combination reaction. And in combination reaction, what type of reactions are there? Carbon reacts with oxygen, forms carbon dioxide. What is the reaction of carbon with oxygen? Carbon means coal. Carbon means coal. Generally, carbon can be considered as coal. Combustion of coal. Combustion of coal. Burning of coal. Clear? Burning of coal, that is combustion of coal, then it will produce a gas carbon dioxide. It will produce a gas carbon dioxide, plus it will release heat and light. It will release heat and light. The same thing here. Activity number 1. Activity number 1 of chapter number 1, class 10 science. When magnesium ribbon is burnt in air. This is magnesium. Magnesium ribbon when burnt, that is combustion of magnesium ribbon, it forms a white colored powder, magnesium oxide. It forms a white colored powder, magnesium oxide, and if it is burning, then it produces a heat and light. It also releases heat and light. Clear? Now H2 plus O2. H2 plus O2, that is also a combustion of hydrogen gas. It produces H2O plus heat and light. Clear? Now this calcium oxide when reacts with water, it is not a combustion reaction, it is not burning, even though it releases heat. Even though it releases heat. If these two compounds are mixed, then the container in which it is mixed, it will get heated up. It will get heated up. It means heat is released. It means heat is released. So we can say here, so you can write a note here. What is the note? That in most of the combustion reaction, in most of the combination reaction, in most of the combination reaction, heat is released. Heat or energy is released. In most, in not each and every combination reaction, we are talking about most of the combination reaction. In most of the combination reaction, heat is released or energy is released. Let us memorize chapter number 1, class 9, science. The reaction in which energy is released is known as exothermic reaction, and the reaction in which heat is absorbed, is known as endothermic reaction. Evaporation. Evaporation cause cooling. Evaporation cause cooling. Chapter number 1, class 9 science, we have learnt in chapter number 1 that evaporation cause cooling. Remember that? So evaporation cause cooling. So and so evaporation is a endothermic process. Endothermic means the reaction or the process in which the heat is absorbed. Similarly, in the process or in the reaction heat is released, then it is known as exothermic reaction. So and so we can say that combination reaction is exothermic in nature, So it is an exothermic process or an exothermic reaction, we can say that. Clear? Now the second type of reaction, that is decomposition reaction. Note it down, definition of the decomposition reaction. Note it down, the definition of the decomposition reaction. The reaction in which a single reactant is divided into two or more than two products. The reaction in which a single reactant is divided into two or more than two products is known as decomposition reaction. Hope so you have written it. Otherwise you can revise the video and again you can write the definition of a decomposition reaction. The same thing. See here, what is the combination reaction? Two or more than two. Two or more reactants combine and form a single product. Here single reactant, opposite to this one, single reactant divides into two or more product. Clear? Opposite to this one, two or more reactants, single product. Single reactant, two or more products. Let us take an example of this one. Example number 1, that is CaCO3, CaCO3 is divided into CaO plus CO2, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. What does this triangle means? It means heat is supplied. The meaning of the triangle is heat. Either you have to write heat or you can write directly triangle. You don't have to write both of them at the same time. Either you can write the triangle or you can write heat. Triangle is spoken as delta. Triangle represents delta and it means heat is supplied. If heat is released during the reaction, then it is written at the last with the product side. But if heat is given to the reactant, then it is written above or below the arrow. If the heat is given, then it is written above or below the arrow. If heat is released during the formation of the product, then it is written at the last. Here heat is supplied. So we need to supply energy to break down this reactant. Second, we have a second product, H2O, water. H2O cannot be broken into H2 and O2 by supplying heat. Instead of heat we are giving electricity. So in the presence of electricity, H2O is divided into H2 plus O2. So here electricity is given. Here we cannot place delta. It means triangle. Triangle only represents heat energy. Here H2O gets divided into H2 plus O2 in the presence of electricity. Now third type of decomposition reaction, for example AgCl. AgCl in the presence of sunlight gets divided into Ag plus Cl2. Ag plus silver chloride, silver plus chlorine. Ag means silver, Cl means chlorine. So here in all the reactions some kind of energy is supplied. In the first reaction energy is supplied in the form of heat, it means thermal energy. Here energy is supplied in the form of electricity, that is electrical energy. In the third reaction energy is supplied in the form of sunlight. Very good, that is photolytic energy. So here we have three different types of decomposition reaction. Either the energy can be supplied in the form of heat. If the energy is supplied in the form of heat, then it is known as thermal decomposition. Clear? If it is supplied in the form of electricity, then it is known as electrolytic decomposition. Electrolytic decomposition. Or in short it can be written as electrolysis. Clear? Now similarly, if the energy is supplied in the form of sunlight, then it is known as photolytic decomposition, or it can be written as photolysis. So we have three different types of decomposition. We do not have these subcategories in the combination reaction. All of them are known as general combination. But decomposition has three types of decomposition: thermal decomposition, electrolytic decomposition, photolytic decomposition. Electrolytic decomposition can also be known as electrolysis, and photolytic can also be known as photolysis. See, heat means thermal energy, so the name is given as thermal decomposition. Here energy is given in the form of electricity, so we can say that electrolytic or electrolysis. But here energy is given in the form of sunlight. So why the name suggests photo? Why the name includes photo? Because sunlight is made up of tiny particles. The sunlight is made up of small particles known as photons. That particles name is photons, that are known as photons. So and so it is known as photolytic or photolysis. Photo indicates photons and photons means sunlight, clear, or any kind of light. So that is photolytic or photolysis. But in short we can say that some or other kind of energy is absorbed during the process. Here energy is always released, heat plus and light, heat and light, simple heat, no light. But here energy is absorbed either in the form of heat, in the form of electricity, or in the form of sunlight. So here we can write a note that In most of the decomposition reaction, heat is absorbed. In combination, heat was released. But in the decomposition reaction, we can say heat or instead of energy. In most of the decomposition reaction, not only heat, so we can write generalized form, energy is absorbed in most of the decomposition, not in all the, because chemistry always has exception. So combination reactions also has exception, decomposition reaction also has exceptions. In full on chemistry there are exceptions, exceptions and exceptions. So the another name of chemistry can also be written as exception. Clear? So but now generalized we will remember that in most, so and so we are writing in most of the, not in all the decomposition, in most of the decomposition energy is absorbed. The reaction in which energy is released is known as exothermic, and the reaction in which energy is absorbed will be known as endothermic. Similar to the evaporation, evaporation causes cooling, similarly decomposition also causes cooling. Clear? But during the summer times we cannot perform decomposition and gain the cool. That is a wrong way, but it is an endothermic process. Decomposition reaction is an endothermic process. Why? Because in most of the decomposition reaction energy is absorbed. Clear? Why I have taught you both the types of reaction side by side? Because in most of the question papers, in most of the board papers, the question is asked as give the difference between combination and decomposition reaction. Give the difference between combination and decomposition reaction. The first one is example. Clear? You can write the example, but that point should be written at the bottom of the difference. The last point of difference should be example. Before that, the first point should be always that definition of the combination and decomposition reaction. What are the definition? The reaction in which two or more reactants combine and form a single product is known as combination. Similarly, the first point here would be if a single reactants get decomposed into or gets divided into two or more products, then it is known as decomposition reaction. Clear? Second, you can write this equation in the alphabetical order. A plus B plus C gives D. Here A gives B plus C plus D. Clear? Third is you can write in most of the combination reaction heat is released, so it is exothermic. In most of the decomposition reaction energy is absorbed, so it is endothermic. Now the next point will be example, that the last point will be examples. Clear? Sure? If the question is asked in the more number of marks, 5 marks, then you can write 2 to 4 examples, 2, 3, 4 examples, more number of examples in the difference. Clear? Sure. So this is the combination reaction and decomposition reaction. This is the combination reaction and decomposition reaction. Now the third type of reaction. Is displacement reaction. What type of reaction? Displacement. So as the name suggests, displacement reaction, what do we mean by displacement? What do we mean by displacement? Displacement means taking the place of other. Displacement means taking the place of other. For example, we teachers, we can sit wherever we want in the class. We can sit wherever we want to sit in the class, but you can't. So if I want to sit on the first bench and someone from you is sitting on the first bench, then I can say, beta, please get up, move on to the second bench, I want to sit here. Then I will be sitting on the first bench and you have been moved to the second. Clear? Yes or no? Very good. So now it means if someone was sitting at a place and the other person has removed him or her from that place and have been seated there, then it is known as displacement. If I am sitting on a chair, then I am getting standing up and someone is sitting on my place, then I am being displaced by that person. Clear? Why? Because my place is taken by him or her. Clear? So that is displacement. So as the name suggests, write down the definition of the third type of reaction, that is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. The reaction in which high reactive element displaces low reactive element. Again, the reaction in which the high reactive element displaces low reactive element. High reactive element displaces low reactive element from its compound. It is known as displacement reaction. Again, in last time, the reaction in which high reactive element displaces low reactive element from its compound, that is known as displacement reaction. Let us start from the equation. If there is a compound AB, why I have written AB? Because compound is always formed by the positive ion and a negative ion. I need to represent positive and negative ion differently. See, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, it is calcium carbonate. So here it is Ca plus 2 ion and CO3 is minus 2 ion. Ca is plus 2 ion and CO3 is minus 2 ion. So positive ion and negative ion combines and form a compound. So I have written as AB. A is positive, B is negative, suppose. Now I am adding a positive ion C in it, a compound C which is positive ion. If C is more powerful or more reactive than A, then C will displace the A from its position and the new compound CB will be formed and A will remain alone. What happened here? A has been displaced by C because C is more powerful than A. Now, according to the definition, the high reactive element displaces low reactive element from its compound. So, from the compound AB, low reactive element A is displaced by the high reactive element C. See the simple thing. Simple thing has been here. If one of your classmate, one of the student of your class will say that please empty your seat for me, then you would do it? No. If one of your classmate will be saying that please empty your seat, I want to sit on the first bench, I will sit on the first bench, you move to the second bench, then will you remove him or will you get moved ourselves? So we will say no, but I will be sitting on the first bench. Why? Because he is not powerful than you. But if someone teacher requests from you, if some teacher requests to you, then you would be moved to the second seat. Clear? Why? Because teachers are more powerful than you in the school. Students might be more powerful, but in the schools teacher has a power to change the place of a student. So now, if talking about the teacher, if I am teaching you science, then another teacher is displacing, it means he or she is taking my place. When he or she would be teaching very nice to you. Clear? If I am teaching you, then it is quite boring, I know. But if some teachers teaches you and it is quite interesting, then he or she can displace me. Why? Because he or she is more reactive, more powerful than me. So only a powerful element, a high reactive element. When we talk about the chemicals, we do not use the word powerful. Instead of powerful, we are saying that high reactive element. So the high reactive element displaces the low reactive element. For example, let us take an example. CuSO4, it is known as copper sulfate. When zinc is added to the copper sulfate, then it forms zinc sulfate plus copper is remained alone. See here, what happened? Here we have copper as a positive ion, zinc as a positive ion. So only a positive ion can displace a positive ion. See, if I am teaching you science, then another teacher which will be displacing me will be a science teacher only. Clear? A PT teacher is always more interesting than a science teacher. A PT teacher or a drawing teacher is always more interesting than the science teacher, but he or she cannot displace a science teacher. Only a science teacher can displace a science teacher. Similarly, a positive ion can displace a positive ion. Clear? and it should be even more powerful. See, if this Zn displaces copper CuSO4, then we can write instead of CuSO4 it is ZnSO4. Why? Because zinc has displaced copper from its position and it has formed zinc sulfate, and the copper remains alone, This is a simple displacement reaction. Again, if we have a copper sulfate CuSO4 plus Fe, then it will form FeSO4 plus Cu. Now the another example here, what will form? You have to answer this. ZnSO4 plus Cu gives ZnSO4 plus Cu gives CuSO4 plus Zn, right? If ZnSO4 reacts with copper, it forms CuSO4 plus Zn. Then we are here totally wrong. Why? Because here we have learnt that zinc is more powerful than copper. It means copper is less powerful. So here zinc is more powerful, copper is less powerful. Zinc is more powerful, so it cannot displace zinc from its compound. So the copper sulfate solution plus zinc will not be formed. It will remains the same. That is ZnSO4 plus Cu. There will not be any type of reaction in between such that it will form CuSO4 and Zn. It will remains the same, as copper is less powerful and zinc is more powerful. It means it is less reactive and it is more reactive than copper. Clear? So how can we know that in a random reaction? That which element is powerful and which element is less powerful? Clear? So I have told you here in the first reaction so and so, you can know that. If the random reaction was given, for example CuSO4 plus Fe, then how to know that Fe is more powerful and perform the reaction and complete the reaction? Then don't worry about that. We will learn in the next few lectures about that. Just remember that it is a displacement reaction and displacement reaction should be such that. Clear? When high reactive element displaces low reactive element. A high reactive element displaces low reactive element. That's it. Clear? Getting it here? Yes or no? Clear? Revise the three types of reaction: combination, decomposition and displacement reaction. Now while writing the reaction, it should be written in the most informative way. For example, I have a reaction, calcium oxide when reacts with water, it forms calcium hydroxide. Clear? So it is not a simple reaction. Here it should be written as plus heat. You have to mention the conditions. Heat is released, so you have to mention that heat. Clear? Now the calcium oxide is in solid state, so you have to write here small s. Again here water is in the liquid state, L. It is in the aqueous state, so you have to write AQ. It means it is with the water. If any compound is with water, then you have to write here in bracket AQ. If any gaseous compound is formed, for example oxygen, then you have to write in bracket G. Chlorine is also in the form of G. Silver is in the form of solid. Hydrogen is in the form of gas. Clear? Next, you have to write the name of the compound. For example, calcium oxide. So you have to write here calcium oxide. It is water. Here you have to write calcium hydroxide. Clear? So the whole reaction should be in detail, and the last thing you have to do is the balancing of the reaction. See, this reaction is already balanced, but if the reaction is not balanced, H2O, then you have to balance the chemical equation. You have to write the name of each and every compound below it. You have to mention the state, solid, liquid, gas. So here if it is in solid, then you have to write in solid. If it is in gas, then you have to write in bracket G. So S for solid, L for liquid, and aqueous where it is necessary, then aqueous. Now the again question arises, how can we know that each and every compound is solid, liquid, or a gas or an aqueous? Clear? How we can remember that either it is solid, it is liquid, it is an aqueous or a gaseous compound? Don't worry about that, just write it down now times. If you don't know, then leave it. Next lectures we are going to discuss about that. But if you can, then you have to write it. Clear? The whole classwork should be completed, and again it should be noted one time in your homework book. Clear? Thank you very much.